All right, this is the Soaries twins.
I can't even breathe right now.
Girls get it done.
Girls get it done, period.
Let's go. Finally. Oh, Maeve. Once she lashed out, we both said she's gonna come back. She's gonna have her moment, and
yeah, because first of all, Maeve was sitting in her living room in her full costume smoking a cigarette. I was like, come on, Maeve, we gotta do better than this. Like, I knew she was gonna change her mind, but she changed her mind in the best way, because girls get it done.
Hashtag girls get it done. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Because Kimiko and Starlight were getting to it. Once Stormfront started overpowering one, it's like, okay, come on, Kimiko. All right, Starlight. All right, Kimiko. Like,
once I heard a voice, I was like, oh yeah, it's Maeve.
Hey, crowd.
And it's interesting how like the chain of events happened, because A-Train was really the one who ended up outing Stormfront. He gave Hughie and Starlight the information.
Right. Shout out to A-Train. Now he's back in the 7.
A-Train got himself back on track. Shout out to A-Train. This was a happy ending finale. Well, almost. But A-Train got back on track, got that information to the right people.
Yeah, I'm glad that came out, because Stormfront was really a whole Nazi. She was like an actual Nazi. And she became the public villain in the end, because for a while Stormfront was out here winning. Like, I was concerned that Stormfront was really about to build this army, go off, and like, you know what I mean?
And we found out why Stan Edgar, what his connection was with her, because he was using her as a ploy to help Vought get back into business and get their money back up, pretty much. He ended up crossing paths with Butcher because of Homelander's son.
This poor kid basically killed his mother, was partly responsible for what happened to his mom. I mean, it's not like he murdered her in cold blood, but like, there are some red flags. You know, his childhood is already a little tainted now, besides the fact of who his father is.
And now he's killed his mother. It was her dying wish, raise the boy as your own. This is Anakin Skywalker all over again. And quite frankly, the fact that Homelander's son is out to be raised by some anonymous family, I guess.
And whenever you make somebody swear on their dead sibling's soul that they're going to protect your child, you're about to die.
You finna die.
Yeah.
That was just so tragic.
That was so tragic. Oh. What a great finale, though. That was honestly making me nervous just watching them pack the guns up. I was like, okay, hold on. Who's gonna die? What's gonna happen?
Again, we give Hughie his credit where it's due. Like, I guess he's brave when he needs to be and whatever, and he did what he could. But I mean, when the fighting started, he shot a few gunshots at Stormfront, which we saw did absolutely nothing. So, I mean, the first thing he did was run. Good for Hughie. You survived. You made it. You got the girl. You guys finally fell in love. Frenchie and Kimiko fell in love. Everyone was like falling in love while we were at war.
And now Hughie will be working at the offices of an undercover supervillain.
We were talking about Cindy that whole time.
I really thought it was Cindy.
We were thinking about Cindy. We just knew it was Cindy blowing up those heads. They just showed it to us. Then they have the press conference with Stan Edgar, and Homelander, Starlight, and Maeve are all standing right there. I mean, Vought, as it were, is still intact. So,
I think who really lost in this whole thing the most was Homelander, if you think about it.
Homelander definitely lost.
So that source of love that he wants so bad that he starts getting from his son, that's taken away from him. The control of the 7 is taken away from him because he's at a whole press conference saying Maeve and Starlight are good friends of his, and we know that's not true.
And the fact that it came down to Maeve literally blackmailing him on the spot, like, hey, I'm gonna put this on the internet unless you let this guy go. I thought he was about to split her in half, just like he did that police officer he just did 5 minutes ago. He's covered in blood, like, and a video on the phone is shaking you right now. But you know what was interesting about that scene, if you noticed, like, they played audio of a crowd chanting Homelander as he was like kind of in his head thinking about what to do. I guess that's what we figured out. You beat him by just challenging him on people just not loving him anymore and seeing the true side of him, which is the guy who, masturbates, at the top of a skyscraper overlooking the city with the moon in the backdrop. Like,
they had the nerve to almost show this human side of him. It's almost like a reminder, like, okay, hold on, he's still psycho, he still has issues.
I had the nerve to think a couple times, like, yo, I think Homelander's about to come in and like kill Stormfront or save the day or whatever, because it seemed like things were getting, because when his face when he found out she was a Nazi, when she started talking that white power stuff, yo, Homelander There was that I'm like, oh, hold up. Like, we're crazy, but you want some other type of crazy right now.
To be honest, the Deep's whole storyline this season for me is obsolete. Like, there was no point for him to even be in the season. Like, what was the point of all of that now? Maybe now that your girl killed the head of the church, maybe the Deep will campaign to be the new head of the Church of the Collective.
And that oh, Lord. Yeah, and he's just weird enough, and he's a suit.
To the weirdo,
he's going to take that over.
Good, yeah.
We're going to open season 3 with the Deep as the head of the Church of the Collective. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, no. Poor Ryan has to have the tragic story of the young, super special boy killed his parent.
Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, and all we can do now is pray that he does not become Darth Vader, because that's the last thing we need in season 3 is a young Homelander. Oh my god.
Butcher had the chance to be Obi-Wan and he just turned it down. He ain't trying to be on. He's not going to train him. He's not going to raise him. That was her dying wish. That's a mess.
When Ryan started inching towards Butcher, I was like, oh snap, Butcher's actually going to take him. Like, because he chose Butcher. I mean, he chose Butcher over a psychopath. And when you think about it, it doesn't really make sense for him to keep the kid, but maybe he's going to stay in touch. I don't know what the deal is with the kid now.
I feel like he's going to keep tabs. I feel like we'll see that he's still been keeping tabs on him. At the very least, just making sure that he's not killing all of his parents and going Homelander. I mean, I'm glad for Butcher, honestly, that at least the kid got to see him really ride for him in the end. Like, he's not going to have this hostility towards Butcher and want to kill him when he gets old and powerful enough. He should become an ally, we hope. But again, Anakin, we gotta pray and hope. What a finale.
What a finale. Like, I feel ready to, like, jog a mile or something right now.
Yeah. The energy, listen, girls get
it done.
Protect our queens. This is the time.
Girls do get it done.
That was better than, like, a Destiny's Child reunion tour. Like, I was literally on my feet.
No, that was intense. That got really intense in here. If you've been watching our videos throughout this season, you know we've been waiting for a lot of these moments of people stepping up, offense.
We have receipts.
The evidence is there. We've been calling for a lot of this. Maeve, Starlight. Girls get it done.
Girls get it done. That's it.
For the rest of 2020. Like, if you don't know, if you go up to someone and say girls get it done and they don't know what you, like, okay, you're not doing what you're supposed to.
Right.
Like, it might be the boys, but it's about the girls. The girls get it done.
That brings season 2 of The Boys to an end. We're going to do a special recap panel discussion.
Yes.
It's going to be called The Stories Twins and Friends. The Twins and Friends. It's just going to be us and some of our friends talking about season 2, what we thought, predictions. We're gonna make this more of like a conversational type of moment. Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what you thought of the finale. If you haven't subscribed, you also need to do that.
Yeah, keep watching.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Whew. No, that was a lot. We needed that. Offense. We need offense and firepower and